So nice guy, I'm gonna dig into you today. Hello humans of the universe, heroes, villains, and everything in between. I'm not Bookmo, and today I want to talk about Mike Ross. So, Suits is kind of a big thing again, which is obviously why I'm trying to piggyback off of the success of the show. What, don't look at me. Did you not see those clear cash grab commercials in the Super Bowl? I'm not the problem. It's those athletes getting paid millions of dollars to be injured on the sideline. So not my fault. Mike Ross is the main character in the show, Suits, but it, like most shows, has a lot of main characters. But I think it's safe to say that Mike and Harvey are like the main ones, even though Jessica is badass. But for me, Mike Ross is a schmuck, an asshole, and a con man. Hypocrite, and today I will lay out why I believe this, and why you should believe it too. Pushing your beliefs onto other people, that's what the world's all about. So first, his origin story. Mike Ross, weed, Harvey, computer. Okay, well, that settles it. Now let's talk about his best friend, Trevor.
Captain Trevor.
So he is a weed dealer and he works with some shady people. But for my first complaint with Mike, we need to go all the way back to before that. Mike's first excuse for being a failure is his dead parents. I mean, does this kid think he's Peter Parker or something? Which, by the way, was always a good kid no matter what and was super nice, so I guess nothing like Peter Parker or Batman. But the only reason I mentioned his dead parents was to make that joke. Anyways, Mike sells test answers and is never allowed to go to Harvard again. This is because he gets caught, but Trevor steps in for him and says it was him or something. Then Mike turns himself in anyways, or something like that. I clearly remember the show. Now, while you see this as a selfless act, it clearly isn't, and later he always has an internal thing where he blames Trevor for his failure. Even though everything that ever happened to him is his fault. He made the mistake. Trevor shouldn't have needed to take the fall for him in the first place, because he should have known better. And his addiction to weed, not Trevor's fault. You can't keep blaming your friends for your problems. He's not a good friend. Get away from him. Don't stay. Oh, well, if he hadn't, then I wouldn't be here right now. Fuck you. It's your mistake, and you're alone the whole time. In this show, he acts holier than thou, and yet at the end of the day, he's a huge fraud. And you might be saying, oh, but he's a good person. No, he's not. He's a selfish asshole who only cares about himself and what he wants. When he takes the whole company down, the only person he cares about is himself. He doesn't take the deal because he wants to be with Rachel soon or whatever. Bull crap. He takes it because he's scared for himself. He pretends he cares about his roommate in prison. And at the end of the day, he just uses him. And also, by the way, the jury was going to call him innocent. But because his panties were tied up in a bunch, he destroyed the whole company. 4 people's remaining. There are only 4 loyal people, or 5. Sorry, I forgot about Donna. Or just can't count. Either way. He is the most selfish person in the whole show. What kind of a person agrees to be a lawyer with no degree in law, knowing they're doing something illegal and jeopardizing a whole bunch of people's jobs and a whole bunch of cases? Any case he touches, that case needs to be reopened because he's not a real lawyer. He should have just stayed in investment when he had the chance. The fact that he is so obsessed with himself and pretends to be selfless, which no other character in the show does that. They all know who they are. They know they're monsters. They know they're hiding things. They own it. Mike tries to be the one with a conscience, a heart, but the truth is he's the most selfish person there, is what I would say if it wasn't for his time after prison. So the cruel twist is after Mike gets out of prison, he still goes back to lying, which is so terrible and stupid, but that's only a technicality. And now we're moving on to the rest of the video, so zip it. So Mike stops being Harvey's yes man, an annoying pest that sucks the life out of me and makes my face do that angry facial expression, and instead he helps people in one of these law places. You know what I mean. I could have another you in a minute. Don't you ever get to thinking that you're irreplaceable. What? Where? Anyways, Mike stands up to Harvey. He's no longer a sissy boy who can't take responsibility for his actions. He has evolved, kind of. Then Rachel's actress had to ruin everything and leave Mike with a half-assed ending to his story. But I'm gonna say something that might make some people mad. I still think the seasons without Mike are good and even great. It's beyond me why the show got cancelled, or maybe it ended for some other reason, but to me, the show was strongest after Mike left, at least for one man, Lewis. The black sheep of the family, he evolved the most, especially in the last season. It's beyond me why this show ended. People are so focused on things staying the same and nothing changing that they can't see the show and the characters were better when Mike was gone. Especially Harvey and Lewis, the 2 other shoo-ins. Oh, and also the lady that Lewis hired in the earlier seasons. Mike's little "oh, I'm almighty, better than you, suck on this" act gets old really quick. But
Shit.
Shitty
shit.
but his relationship with the people doesn't. It's just him that is so irritating that I just want to punch his stupid little face. He's a hypocrite, a liar, and even worse, he believes himself to be the good guy. I'm all for breaking the paper ceiling, but it makes it really hard to do it when you're lying about everything and to everyone. People like to say Lewis is the worst character in Suits, but they're wrong. If you want the real selfish villain, look no further than Mike Ross, the biggest asshole in the whole show. He gives love a bad name. I play my part and you play your game. You give love a bad name. Okay, well, that was weird. So Mike Ross may not be my favorite Suits character, but tell me yours down below in the comments. I would love to hear it, and make sure that you like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, and as always, stay cool, stay weird, stay you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.